Hey guys, it's Candy and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would share with you guys my experience so far with my bullet journal. If you guys follow me on Our Family Nest, I've talked about it a little bit, and as well on this channel, my bullet journal made it into my favorites video that I posted last month actually. So for full disclosure, I feel like my experience with my bullet journal has not been as positive as I thought it would be. I guess since I started the bullet journal, I've had some mixed feelings on the whole thing. Reasons why I kind of don't like it as much as what I thought I would, and reasons why, because of another calendar method that I started using, kind of stepped in the way of me probably fully utilizing the bullet journal to its full potential. So I will share that with you towards the end of this video, but I do just want to talk to you about all the supplies that I purchased when I started my bullet journal, and kind of just how I went about setting it up for the first time, some of the pages I created, and then I will show you kind of like how far I got with everything. The bullet journal that I have, and I purchased this from Amazon, I'm not really sure how to say this, the Leuchtturm 1917, and it is the one that has the dots on the pages. When you pick out this brand, you can decide if you want the pages to have like a grid, or if you want them to have like just lined paper or blank pages or the polka dots. And with all of the bullet journal videos that I was watching on YouTube, it appeared as though the polka dots was like the most used. So I went with that one, and I will link all of this stuff down in the description below. There are links to Amazon, and that's where I got pretty much everything except this little glass jar here that I decided to put all of my pens in. This I actually think I got from Home Goods back when I was designing and decorating my office. I found this. I think it was Home Goods, if not probably Target or something. But here are all the markers that I purchased. I bought a set of the Tombow markers, and these are really nice because they have a brush tip, and then they also have like a medium point tip that you can use for writing or drawing. And this set came with several different markers. I'm not gonna get into too much detail with all the markers that I bought, because you can just click the links in the description if you wanna check any of them out further. And then I got this huge set. As you can see, there's a ton of different colors of these. I'm not gonna say any of these words right, but Statzler Tri-Plus Fine Liner. And these are really fine tipped markers. And then one thing I got that I noticed that a lot of people were using in their bullet journal planning was highlighters. So basically, after you write out your words on your page and you have your layout done, sometimes people would go through. There's tons of different color schemes you can pick from. Mine are sort of like all pastel. And then one of the most popular fine line markers there are for writing are these Pigma microns, and they all come in different numbers. So these are really nice for actual writing, like you're scheduling out. And then another popular brand for that kind of writing are these Faber-Castell, they're called Pitt Artist Pens. And these also come in a ton of different, if you look at the ends of the pens, there's like numbers or letters on the bottom of them. Those were all the markers that I got. And then I did get this was like super cheap, but it's a Westcott, it's a 6-inch ruler, which is a lot easier to handle to draw lines and such on your paper instead of using like a full-size ruler. So that's it for my markers. And then also these like kind of like whiteout, these are called the Tombow Mono Correction Tape. These come in handy as well if you make mistakes. So coming to the bullet journal, I'm just gonna show you guys kind of how I set mine up from the beginning. There is an index in the beginning because all the pages are numbered. I chose not to use the index. Here was the first page. I kind of made this little title page. At first I just drew this part, and then one day, actually I was on the phone chatting with someone, decided to sit and do this little rainbow thing with my colored pencils. Oh yeah, my colored pencils, let me show you those. The colored pencils that I had are the Prismacolor Premier. There's 48 colored pencils in here. Carly and I had actually invested in these colored pencils back when like adult coloring books kind of became popular. There's actually two whole trays of colored pencils. So these are super nice and they sharpen up. Like we have a automatic pencil sharpener. They sharpen up really nice. And not that you don't really need colored pencils for a bullet journal, but a lot of people do like to color and draw. As you'll see, I use them on a few of the pages. So like I said, this was my front page. And then when you flip onto the inside, I decided to just print a 2018 year at a glance calendar off of the internet. Okay, and then next here was kind of like my future planning. So I drew these little boxes. I was actually inspired by someone else I seen on Instagram had shared this. If you look up like bullet journal, hashtag bullet journal, things like that, you'll see people will share like different pages from their bullet journals and you can get ideas. So this one was a combination of using marker and a lot of colored pencil. And as I started doing this, I really started realizing how much I dislike my handwriting. And it's funny because normally I like my handwriting, but I feel like when you're really trying to make something look nice is when you're like, oh, I don't really like the way this is turning out. But overall, I like the way the page turned out, though. It's cute and colorful, and I really didn't put a lot in here other than like some dance competitions and like their school schedule and that sort of thing. So here on the next two pages, I intended to use these for like keeping an ongoing list of video ideas for my daily vlog channel. And then here, I was going to keep track of different projects that we have going on with brands. And you'll see as we move on, I have a ton of pages designed and I haven't used any of them yet, which I'll explain why in a minute. So here was going to be for our family nest stats. Here, I kind of did this thing where I wrote Candyland out with the highlighters, and then I just used one of the markers to write it in cursive over top of it. And then here was going to be some pages for my Candyland book club, books that I want to read this year, and then keeping track of the books for the book club. And then it kind of just goes on. So Candyland brands that I'm working with, and then here were pages for Carly Reese's video ideas for her channel. Oh, here was like a page to-do list, and all I wrote on it so far was spring break vacation, because I need to make the final plans for our vacation. So then I skipped a bunch of pages. I wanted to have all of my like lists and those kind of pages at the front. I skipped all the way ahead to page 75, and that was where I started my actual calendar. And this is like most people who do bullet journals, they refer to these as the weekly spread. So these, you can design these any way you want. I kind of looked online for inspiration for these pages, and every week they're kind of a little different. Like this one, I just did the different days. And then this one, I got a little bit more descriptive, where I had the calendar here where I could just write anything I had scheduled that day. Here was plans for YouTube videos. Here was a to-do list. Here I planned some meals down at the bottom. Every week you're kind of planning out a new layout. And you can see I did not get very much further than this, and let me tell you why. Number one, I'm not in love with this whole concept. I mean, I like the idea that you can come up with your own layouts and boxes. Like if you know you need a lot of room to plan for like things for work, or maybe like some people put like, they plan how much water they drink a day. They plan chores they want to get done around the house. I mean, there's an endless amount of like lists and things that you can include on these pages, which is super awesome. That's why I thought I was gonna like the bullet journal so much. But I think the thing that I don't like about it is it's just not as neat as what I thought it was gonna be. And I suppose that's like comes down on me, my responsibility. Like the fact that I look at this and I'm just like, oh, I just really don't like your handwriting on this one. Like this doesn't really turn out the way I wanted it to. And just the more I started using it, I just did not fall in love with it. So I'm not saying that I'm completely opposed to doing this. I really like the idea of having these like room for lists here at the beginning of the bullet journal. But as you can see, it's the first week in February and I haven't used any of this. I haven't wrote down video ideas, nothing. So in a nutshell, I would grade myself a probably C plus on this project because I feel like my intentions were in the right place. I did a good job getting started. I think if I really took the time to devote to this and really started filling out the pages, it would make it worth it. But part of me is more leaning towards going back to my original planner. I used one of these last year for 2017 and it worked out good. These pages, the way these are designed, and it's really not that much different than the bullet journal. Here's what this one looks like, where it basically has the area over here to write down everything and then blank pages over here. So a lot of times how I would do it is just make a list on this side, and I would make a list of, you know, videos I wanted to do for the week or that sort of thing. So I thought the bullet journal was gonna work out better. Especially, I think the main goal that I was hoping to walk away with from a bullet journal was to get better organized with my work, with YouTube. But in the meantime, and I don't know how I came up with this idea, I'm trying to think if I seen something or heard something. I have no idea how I came up with this idea. I need to take my camera off the tripod there and come over here and show you. I bought this like desk, like just a flat desk calendar. I have all these little like sticky notes that I bought. There's these little strips and then these little squares. And then I kind of do all of my video planning. So ever since I kind of started doing that, the bullet journal has really kind of gone to the wayside. And I've been doing this for, I think, 2 weeks now, maybe a little bit longer. So yeah, I'm just not really sure how I feel about my little, I was gonna call it trusty, but I don't know how trustworthy it is at this point. But this bullet journal, I just don't know, guys. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go back to this or not. I really like, I don't know why I have that out in the dining room. I really do need to move that here in my office. But regardless of all that, I still wanted to share with you guys what I had planned out in the bullet journal so far, show you how some of the pages turned out, and then give you kind of like my final opinion on how things were working out. And I guess I could say so far, not so good. So I will definitely keep you guys posted if I do decide to get back into using this again. I don't know. I feel like it's probably works really well for some people, and then some people like me who, it was really fun to sit down and kind of like plan the pages and make out the pages, but I just haven't brought myself to actually using it yet. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gave you some good tips and tricks and ideas or thoughts on you maybe possibly starting your own bullet journal. Thanks guys for watching. Be sure to thumbs up my video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed. And if you're not following me on my daily vlog channel, be sure to check that out as well. It's Our Family Nest. Link is down in the description. So thanks guys for watching today, and make it a great day. I'll see you next time.